each mix should be based on the song you're mixing. I'm not here to tell you how to mix like me. I'm here to help you to prepare yourself to handle the most unlikely type of situation possible.
Boom. Hey everybody, welcome back to Ambulance Studios. I have an awesome bit of information for you today. So let's just start from the beginning. So when I was about, I don't know, in the 4th grade, whatever age that is, my cousins had a drum set at their house, and as soon as I played that, I fell in love with music, just totally. And since then, every day, all I think about is music. Do other things, but music has always been that main passion of mine since that day. So since that day, I've moved on to other instruments. I picked up guitar and all that stuff, and started wanting to get into making some albums for myself, and figured out that I could not afford to go to a recording studio. So what I did was I started learning how to do it myself, and it all started with this program called Cool Edit Pro, and most of you have probably heard of or seen this before. And that's when I realized you could track tracks individually, so I could play the guitar and come back and play a second part to the guitar, and then play the drums and sing something over it. And that's when my eyes opened and a whole new world of music opened up. I always thought that you had to record everybody at once and it just came out on one single track, and that's not how it happens. So since then, I've been obsessed with recording and what it does, and how to do it, how to get better at it, everything. And my dream was always to own my own recording studio, and I never had the money. Every house that we ever bought never had the place to do it. I've always kind of set up in rooms, and that's not a proper place to do it. I didn't want to have clients coming in and out of my house, so I always kind of put that on the back burner. But this is the year 2020, and out of all the crazy stuff that happened this year, I decided to do a lot of things and step out of my comfort zone and try to attain those things that I've always wanted. One of those was starting the Siren podcast. I've always wanted to do a podcast for years and years and years. In 2020, I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And also, the big news is I finally am able and in a position to own my own recording studio. And what I'm standing in front of right now is the new headquarters for Ambulance Studios. Let's take a look at it. All right, so we are in the skeleton of the building here. As you can see, it's quite a large building. It's 40 foot by 16. Right here, this is going to be the live room. So we'll have a drum set over here. This wall is actually going to come down, so it'll just be one gigantic room. And then back here, I'm gonna have a fully sound isolated and controlled sound and control room, mixing room back here. There'll be a desk back here. Everything's going to be on camera, so I'll be able to see you through this wall right here. And this will just make a great listening and mixing environment, and also helps with getting some great tones without being in the actual room with the instrument. Allow you to crank that amp to 11, right? hit that drum as hard as you want. That's what we want here at Ambulance Studios. And this wall, like I said, is going to come down. Probably put a vocal booth in here at some point, but not right now. Super excited about this. Excited to have, everybody come out, record some tracks with me. It's going to be a great time. So I'm going to have to be doing a lot of work on this, closing everything in, putting up walls, hanging drywall, and soundproofing it. My main goal with this is to be able to host clients and bands in the studio and make some great albums and put out some great content. It's also going to be used as my new headquarters for the Siren podcast, so I don't have to do video chat podcast anymore. I can have guests in-house. I'm also going to be doing a lot of having bands in and doing different types of live shows, so I can stream them live here in the studio, record videos of that, and all kinds of cool stuff. One thing that's coming up is my new storytellers type program, where take a band and have them come in and talk about the songs. Instead of you just hearing it, they're going to tell you exactly what the song is, what it means, why they wrote it, why they used the instrumentation they used, any kind of information about it. And it's going to be super awesome. The first person I'm having for that is going to be Chad Knight, and that's going to be in January, so stay tuned for that. So everybody that's supported me so far with Ambulance Studios and the Siren podcast, truly appreciate it. I will also be teaching lessons, so I'll be teaching guitar, drums, and bass guitar. And my whole thing with the lessons is you can go to school and learn theory and learn all of that. I want to focus on some of maybe the older people that don't have time to do that. What you really want to do is sit around the campfire and play an acoustic guitar, or at least get good enough to see if you want to pursue this as something more of a hobby or something like that. So it's going to be streamlined, quick to the point. You will be playing your favorite songs in a month or less, I guarantee it. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit me up and we'll start getting something together. All right, I'll see everybody next time. Peace.